Hi, you guys like this angle? I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do about it. It's the way that everything's charging right now. I already started. I did my eyebrows. And that was with, what? Where'd everything go? Oh, right, I put it back. That was with my handy dandy lip liner to conceal the under eye, and under eyebrow, the undercarriage of the eyebrow, and brow gel. The Juvia's Place brow gel. I like this color. Of course, I think I'm still going to be doing brown when I want to, but this has been doing me just fine. So I just put this in the crease. This is the Juvia's Place Shadow Stick, Nubian Shadow Stick Matte in Jezebel. It does not look like this brown, which if you saw my haul, you would know that's what I was expecting. Instead, it is a very cool tone brown, which I'm still okay with. Just not what I was expecting. What we're going for right now is a rendition of the very popular Zendaya's look on the carpet, the one with the inner white on the matte. The matte on the inner, the matte white on the inner eye. But first, we're gonna take this. Oh. How can you say that to me while I'm charging you? Sorry, I had a charging debacle. Move things around. Honestly, I wish I had a vanity, but I don't know where I would put it anyway. There's a lot of different storage items that I need, because then I'll have this open space. I'm gonna get a laundry basket, like a really big laundry basket, and put it in the other corner on the other side of the room where my dirty laundry is sitting now, besides this dirty laundry. And then I was thinking I'd get like a rack, just like a simple rack. I used to have it in my room at my dad's house where I put clothes that I wore more frequently so that they're just really accessible and I don't have to go digging in the closet. Like things I wear. I'm a serial repeater, so I'll wear as long as it's not dirty or I didn't sweat in it too much or whatever. If I was just doing light stuff, I'll wear the same outfit like 2-3 days in a row. And but Lord knows if you say that on the internet, people will rip you apart. People will rip you apart, and that's a topic that I'm actually going to be discussing on my commentary channel. If you didn't know, I have a commentary channel. You're not obligated to watch it, and I won't even plug it, but I will talk about what I was gonna say. I'm just talking about how, because it's not gonna be immediately, but I'm just like, is the internet getting too snobbish, like, to anyone else? Like, I just feel like there is like rampant increasing snobbery happening on the internet, and I feel like it starts with aesthetics, how people want to see a certain lifestyle, which is fine because you might think it's more aspirational, it just looks visually better. All those things are true, but I just feel like the way people attack people when they don't have those things or aren't showing you certain things, the way people react to you on the internet is exponentially harsher than it ever needs to be. It's like classism, but on the internet. It's so weird. It's so weird. And like one of those things is people acting like no one's ever supposed to wear the same clothes 2 days in a row, and then they make it like a moral bandstand about it where it's like, it's this and it's that and it's unhygienic. I'm like, unless I was rolling, what do you guys think I'm doing in my clothes? What do you think anyone does in their clothes? Like, you put them on a clean body, right? Most people bathe before they get dressed to go somewhere, or shower. Bathe, I use bathe and shower interchangeably, but like you put your clothes on a clean body, you go outside. Like, I'm someone who doesn't necessarily like wearing my outside clothes and sitting on my bed. Like, that's a thing. Unless the clothes are something I just washed, then I can sit on my bed. But like, if I've been all up and down maybe like public transportation and I've been sitting in random places, I won't sit directly on my bed in the clothes. I change into house clothes and then sit on the bed. But like, if I'm going outside in an outfit and then I'm like in my car and then I'm like out and about, or I walked somewhere, it like, chances are I'm not the biggest sweater. I do sweat for sure, but I don't sweat in a way where it's like drenching the clothes unless it's like, you know what I mean, extraneous activity. It's really hot outside. So I don't know. I just feel like I know what clothes didn't get too much, you know, business and they can be worn again and again. But like the internet acts like that's not real. Like no one should ever be wearing their clothes more than once in the week unless you fully wash them again. And I'm like, oh, get real. When people say stuff on the internet, I know some people act like this is the way you should do stuff, but other people are just sharing their own lives, and no one's asking you to physically emulate the life that they're showing you. They're literally just showing you themselves. And I don't think people should be getting so upset. So for this look, all right, we got that eye like that. I feel like I'm supposed to be blending the outside a little bit. And honestly, these are pictures I saw of pictures. I haven't even looked up the picture properly, so we're really going off of rumor and vibes. Hopefully it just comes out nice. I'm just doing it to fit my own face. I'm going to put a little white on the inner corner. I feel like that's really gonna help the matte white stand out. Okay, then now we're gonna go into Zaz. I'm using the Warrior 2, and I'm gonna go into Zaz. But then I'm also going to be topping Zaz with Ram and buckwheat, dried buckwheat palette, the quad, this color here. And then I'll probably use that shimmer there. I don't know. I want to see how this comes out yet, because the only other, I don't usually buy white, and I don't usually buy palettes with white, like unless it's like this Warrior 2 where I wanted the rest of the palette and this white came with it. You know what I mean? There's what I call the useless color until you want to use it. I already tell this is not going to be strong enough. It was good when I used it for my cotton blossom look 8 million years ago. This is where I need to have looked up technique, because I don't know how to properly. So it's a point in and then come out. This is not, it's not gonna do it. I think I gotta have some. The only other white I have is a shimmer. And that's so not the point. Alright, so hopefully this will be stark enough. If not, we're just gonna have to go our own way. Go my own way. Raman's doing a little better at this. They love a good pasty white, so. That white in the Zaz is more complementary. I don't know how they did that, but it's a little more complementary for deeper skin. I think I'm just gonna tap. Definitely was down here. I'm just gonna make sure there's an angle to it. That's nice. Alright, now we can do eyeliner. The only thing I'm sad about is that I don't have any lash glue to put on these lashes. So I'm just gonna focus on doing the best eyeliner I can. Deepen all that right up in there too. I'm gonna do like a little bit down here. I'll be very light-handed, and then I'm gonna go out just a little bit. So light-handed, and then don't follow it to the corner, take it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take this and a little bit of the Shawata, and we're just gonna follow the outside just like that. All right, so and I'm gonna use this right here. Actually, no, I'm gonna use this one right here, get Yodit, and get the edge of my eye. I'll fix that with concealer, and then we're gonna do lashes. This is that random Temu mascara, but it's like really black, so just like the brown one's really brown. I like it. Alright, those are the lashes. Hello? Get in there. What the fuck? Alright, now we're gonna do the skin, which is probably the most annoying part. This is my rendition. I kind of want to put... I'm just putting a little bit of shimmer where the really pale white and the taupe meet. Just a tiny bit. Because I feel like there was shimmer, but I can't be sure. But I feel like it was there. I feel it in my soul. I like it. Alright, FaceTime. So this is the foundation I'm using, the LYS. I kept saying LIS in my last video. LYS DPN4. I almost didn't put it on my forehead. Sometimes I don't put it. Oh, it's so creamy. It's an emollient stick, for sure. Let's put a little bit of this NYX Dewy Finish. Not because it's looking for dewy, but, you know, just to slightly dampen the puff before I use it. But like I said before, I really want to get some brushes, like for foundation. And I don't know where my small sponge is, because I gotta get up in those smaller parts. This is supposed to be so difficult. You know what I want to try? The Tear. I know nobody's talking about it anymore, but it's always on my mind. And if you've been here a while, you know I don't really care about being on time with anything. If I see a trend, though, it's hard not to see a trend, but if it's something that looks like I would like it, I don't really care if it's out of trend by the time I get it. I just get things. I like seeing trends because it introduces me to stuff I might not know about. But I did know about Tear. I just have never... One, it was hard to get my color before, but then I guess when it got really popular, they expanded the shades and they did like a global launch. And then I just didn't have like the extra money to play around and test a new foundation. Look at that. Look at the... Oh my god. Hold on. Y'all need to... I need to pick y'all up. Y'all need to see that. Don't worry about under the eye, because that's getting a different foundation anyway. But do y'all see that color? Perfect. It's a perfect color. I think it would be better if I put it on with a brush. But color-wise, it's really pretty. Anyway, we're gonna finish all the stuff. It's also not on my nose. And this is what we're putting here. And then we'll actually have to... I do need to go in on my, I did do my chin though. I need to go in on my nose though. Y'all want to see the update? Hold on. Alright, so that's the finished foundation. I'm going to touch up the white right under the eye. And then put the lip on. And I'm going to put like a little bit more of this here and here. Just to bring a little more neutral back into the face. because that black opal is a little golden. I'm going to use the higher standard. I don't know if I want to do blush actually. I'm going to do a little bit. I'm going to do it back here though. Okay. Close that up. Hit the corners just a little. That's cool. Lip time. Just gonna do the classic little combo. My favorite little one too. I love this lip combo. I don't know how greasy it is right now. Get into better lighting. Hold on. I like this. And I like this. I do not like this. Let's get into some different light. Maybe it's better. Okay. In this lighting, I like it. It's not bad. You could definitely use some more light when I did it though. It might also be the hair. Because when I think that's pretty now. It's clearly undone. I was through the talking.